We know how much you love Netflix and chill, both with a wink and the literal thing. So today we thought it'd be a good idea to present you the top 10 thrillers on Netflix, which you'll enjoy so much that you might just actually watch the whole list straight away. Are you ready? And don't blame us for not sleeping. Number 1, Seven. What's in the box? Or in our case, what's in this top 10? Well, why not kick off with one of my all-time favorite thrillers, Seven. This 1995 classic starring the great Morgan Freeman and the ever-so-young Brad Pitt is bound to keep you on the edge of your seat and biting your fingernails. It's an amazing story about two detectives hot on the heels of a serial killer with a penchant for preaching about the sins of the world to the detectives, meanwhile gruesomely killing his victims to nail in the message. Also, considering this is David Fincher's second movie, there's no way you cannot appreciate this masterpiece. Number 2, No Country for Old Men. You know there's multiple paths a psychopath can take in life? Get the pun? But the path of this psychopath, okay, no more puns, is one we can experience. Anton Chigurh is about as likable as his name. While most psychopaths learn at an early age that the people surrounding them are driven by emotion, thus adapt to work in the society, Anton clearly decided to never even open a book on humanity. You see, Anton's a killer, and he's trying to get his money back from a certain Llewellyn Moss, who accidentally discovers $2 million on several drug runners who killed each other. And instead of reporting it to police, he decided it was a great idea to keep it and run. Yeah, I mean, you have to see how this turns out. So how you holding up so far? You already got your notepad out or your phone? We kind of betrayed our age there. And you're noting down all these good movies. That's good, because what's coming is even better. So be prepared. Well, we're in the middle of the video, and we have to remind you, you don't need luck to see the best top 10 videos on YouTube because you're right here with us. So go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then when you finish watching the video, jump over to the channel and discover hours of fun. Number 3, The Departed. Oh, who doesn't love Jack Nicholson? I'm sure we can find some people, but when we do, we'll just tell them they're wrong. Very democratically wrong. The charismatic mob leader Frank Costello, played by Jack Nicholson, could carry this entire movie all by himself. But when he's helped by Leonardo DiCaprio and Matt Damon, well, there's just two stories we watch unfold. One of a cop infiltrated deep in the mob, and one of a mob mo rising quickly through the ranks of Boston police. Both of their lives on the line every second, and when the shit hits the fan, and both organizations realize they have rats, it becomes a total race for survival. You've got to catch this Scorsese Oscar-winning movie as soon as possible. Number 4, Donnie Brasco. One of our favorites of all time. If you feel like watching more of people infiltrating organizations, well, this one is for you. Based on a true story, it follows the footsteps of a supposedly well-connected thief, Donnie Brasco, who's actually a young cop in disguise named Joe Pistone. Now, Joe here made a mistake and let himself get in way too deep. The lines are always blurred when you do these kinds of jobs, and in this movie, it portrays it perfectly, of how hard it actually is on the people working undercover and what they have to go through not only on a daily basis, but also the long-term damage that it has. Al Pacino, Johnny Depp, and Michael Madsen also join. Turn on Netflix now. Hey, we're almost in the middle of the video, so it's a great time to remind you that apart from watching these wonderful thrillers, you can also visit our channel and watch more wonderful top 10s. And since you love us already, come on, admit it. You wouldn't really mind liking this video and then subscribing to the channel and turning on the notifications now, would you? Ready to continue? Let's go. Number 5, Nightcrawler. Coming into this movie, I really wasn't sure what to expect because I'm not a big fan of Jake Gyllenhaal. But I was prepared for a meh night. But happy to say, I was very surprised. Remember the psychopath puns? Well, I'm not gonna do one, but let's just say it portrays another type. Lou Bloom is desperate for work and finds himself filming murders, crashes, and everything else. It's unsavory. Having no qualms about beating his competition in any way, he gradually rises to the top with the help of a local newscaster, Nina. If you're up for a night of intrigue and seeing the dark underbelly of LA, this one's for you. Now that I think about it, I had a classmate that was exactly like Lou here. Wonder if there's any skeletons in his closet. Number 6, Uncut Gems. Oh man, I love this one. Oh, wait a minute, I love it and I hate it, both at the same time. But if you want to feel constantly uncomfortable, ashamed by proxy, cringe at what is happening while also feeling sad for the lead actor, yeah, this one's for you. Just prepare some blood pressure medication before you watch it. Most people don't give credit to Adam Sandler's capacity as a real actor, but here, he shines brighter than a laser pointer aimed at your eyeball. He manages to perfectly portray total anxiety, stress, and mania. You really have to follow his antics as a gambling, down-on-his-luck gems dealer. And if you come across someone like that, you better know it's a cry for help. Number 7, Looper. This science fiction thriller was a real joy to watch. Bruce Willis, Joseph Gordon-Levitt playing the same person? How? Well, imagine that Gordon-Levitt had to put a lot of prosthetic pieces on, but the main stars were a prosthetic nose and prosthetic lips. Unfortunately for him, it didn't end there. They also had to pull his ears further back. He had to wear contact lenses to match the eyes of Bruce and false eyebrows too, but other than 3 hours of daily makeup for Joseph, the movie's a wonderful glimpse at a very weird profession. Looper. Technically a killer for hire by the mob from the future. Where the idea might sound laughably absurd, it makes for a very interesting movie. So we made it to the top 3. Are you ready to see if we kept the best for last? Although in movies, it's hard to be objective, but we believe these next choices are everybody's cup of tea. See for yourself if we're right. Number 8 is Gattaca. Now, this movie shaped my mind in my teenage years. After I saw it, I decided that such technology should and hopefully will be available to us. If you're wondering how the movie got its name, the title actually puts together all the letters that are used to mark the nucleotide basis of DNA. This dystopian future flick lets us see what it would mean to live in a society where everything is decided by genetics. Following Ethan Hawke is the man who tries to outsmart and outplay the system to achieve his lifelong dream of space travel. Sadly, not having the privilege of being genetically modified, he has his work cut out for him. Number 9 is Drive. Ryan Gosling, Ron Perlman, Bryan Cranston, and Christina Hendricks. What do they all have in common? The drive to survive. Sorry for that. In any case, this star-laden, amazing, electronical music-filled thriller really takes the cake. Not that the movie needs cake when we have Ryan Gosling who plays the jack of all trades. Getaway driver, check. Stuntman, check. Mechanic, check. Race driver, check. You might as well just start baking cakes. We follow his character as he tries to navigate both sides of the world while also juggling with sudden onslaughts of emotions he experiences for a wife of a convict. What could go wrong? A lot. Number 10, Scream. I mean, what did you expect? We at least had to mention it. Is it a thriller? Yes. Is it popular? Yes. Is it scary? Depends on how well you can hold that brown bear breaking down the gates. Scream movies held a very special place in the hearts of many people as there was nothing supernatural, not over the top about a serial killer trying to get to protagonist. Everyone could imagine the horrors of one day picking up the phone and hearing, "What's up?" Oh, sorry, that was from the Scary Movie series. But you get the drift. Scary dude, white mask, knife, running around your house, trying to introduce you to the pointy end of it. Totally unsettling. Well, there you have it for today. That's the top 10 thrillers you can watch on Netflix. And now it's time to hear from you. Which ones have you already watched, and which ones are on your need-to-watch list? Let us know in the comments if you haven't already, and then hit that like button and go right ahead and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.